Hi everyone, so welcome to my 22-week sort of update with you guys, and I want to talk about sort of skincare today. And I've been home. Obviously, so much of my pregnancy has been under the self-isolation sort of time. Korea's not been in lockdown, but we've sort of been social distancing and lockdown, and obviously I've been home most of that time. I do go to work these days on weekdays, obviously, but we don't have our students at the school, so my schedule has been more relaxed, and at this time in pregnancy it's been really lucky. I've had a very tumultuous relationship with morning sickness. Since about week 6 I've been morning sick, and then which is all day sick, and then nauseous constantly, and then I had a little break at the end of my first trimester around like 16 weeks, but it has definitely come back. And so even this morning I was sick, so it's just like a daily, every day, just sort of dealing with it. So morning sickness has definitely been a huge issue for me, and which means that while I'm home I can use that time during self-isolation to like obviously care about my skin more and be more careful, but also definitely no makeup has been in the routine at all. You know, we wear masks whenever we leave the house, and I just don't, it's not something that's a priority for me at all right now. Just trying not to throw up throughout the day, so definitely not worried about makeup, but skincare I am concerned about. So really every day, skincare and sunscreen are the two things that I do before I leave the house. Even when I'm feeling really sick, I just try to get that done. And then obviously when I get home at night, usually I feel better at night than I do in the morning. Sometimes not so much, but we'll see how that keeps going. But I do try to do the skincare, you know, a similar routine at night. These are some of my favorites. It's not the whole routine, but these are the ones that I just sort of like, that are pregnancy safe. So usually I do a double cleanse, and what my pregnancy has done to my skin has been sort of interesting. So I have definite gestational acne, but it's not really so much facially oriented. So on my face, it's really like chin, which is hormonal, and I've always had hormonal breakouts during my cycle, so that's not really that surprising, but obviously it got worse. Right now it's doing okay. I still have dark spots. I'll show you what I've been using to try to help that. My skin is obviously very pale, and I dark spot easily and always have, just sort of had marks left over, residue from previous pimples. But I've also been getting around my temples recently, which is new for me as well. I've never been a person that had acne skin, but prone skin, but I definitely have gotten hormonal breakouts throughout my entire life. I sort of have to deal with a combination skin of oily T-zone constantly, and then sort of dry on my cheeks. So there's definitely different issues that I've dealt with, but my biggest gestational acne issue has been my chest area. So I mean, it's right now it's not so easy to see, but you can definitely see the red marks here. And so my chest and my upper back have just been really intense, and I've never had body acne in my entire life. That came pretty much at the beginning of my second trimester, and it's just been very intense since then. And then also sometimes on the back of my neck I've been getting it. So I've been really obviously super careful about constantly, you know, washing my hair and doing all those things, so I don't have to deal with, like, it's not, I think, necessarily oil, it's really the gestational hormones that are affecting it. So the first thing I do is double cleanse. So I've been using this one, which is the Hun Skin. It's the cleansing oil, and Blackhead is the PHA, which is pregnancy safe. And so I'm using this. It's for sensitive skin, which I think right now my skin is more sensitive than usual. I also have tons of capillary that are broken because of vomiting. I just break all the capillaries in my face. My skin is really like at a sensitive place right now. So I cleanse with this first before I get in the shower. Showers are really the only thing that relax me right now. So I obviously use the oil cleanser out of the shower, wash my face, and then I'll use a gel cleanser. So if you remember 2019, I made a post about my favorite products, and it was the XSY line, and I guess I really just love this line because I got the whole range of it, and it's really gentle. My skin doesn't react badly to it, and I've just been able to use it well. I actually just broke it, the top of that off, but you can still open it. And I'm almost done with this one. This is my third bottle of this since I tried it the first time, and I love it. So this is the Quinoa One Step Balanced Gel Cleanser, and I use this as a double cleanse. Just like, I find that it just makes my skin feel nice. It feels clean, but it never feels like sucked dry when I get out of the shower, so that's awesome. So I've been using that. And then after the shower, so I sort of have like a different routine depending on the day. But some of the products that I've just been using a lot. So I use the Dark Spot Correcting Glow Serum from Access Y. And the reason this serum is like essential for me is because I just get dark spots from any residual acne or pimple that I had. Obviously, I try not to touch them. Occasionally, obviously, I touch them. I think part of the stress of like gestational acne and everything is like I'm trying not to irritate this area at all, but sometimes I just get like and it can be really difficult not to. So this, I really enjoy this serum because it's really helping reduce the darkness, and my skin just will stay that way for a long time if I don't use something like this. So this was the new product this year from them, and I'm really happy. So loving this. I'm also using these Subi the Perfect Pimple Patch. So again, these are pregnancy safe, and pimple patches, if you've never used them before, are just sort of this amazing thing. I don't know where they were invented. I know that in Korea they're very popular, and now all over the world they're popular. But for years we've been using them in Korea. And you sort of just split this down, and then you can put the pimple patch wherever you need it. I've seen people use tweezers, and that probably makes it more hygienic. I usually just open it and then just like gently apply it to the target area. Usually I try to wait until it's like a whitehead or something that like this will be able to pull everything away, and by the next morning it's usually better. Sometimes I will wear them to work, but I also typically like will put them on before I go to bed after my shower, and then I feel like great in the morning when everything's out of my face. Very nice. So yeah, I've been loving these. Very cool. This brand is awesome. And then I'm also like sporadically in a week, maybe 3 times, trying to exfoliate, but I'm using these. These are the Neogen, the Gentle Gauze Peeling Lemon. So these Neogen pads have like a double-sided situation going on, and I don't know, I feel like it's an exfoliator, but because it's chemical exfoliator and not a physical exfoliator, my skin gets less reactive, less red after. So these have definitely been really nice. They have a bunch of different types of them. There's a green one, there's a wine one, I think, but I definitely enjoy I think the lemon one. I think the lemon one is like maybe the only pregnancy safe one, but I've been using it because I know it is pregnancy safe. So these are on my 3rd container of these during this pregnancy. So yes. So the next product I want to talk about is the Complete No Stress Physical Sunscreen, and this is an essential. I never leave the house without sunscreen. You can see here, so this one has mugwort, which is obviously, I know, a very trendy product at the moment, Access Y. And again, this one was a new product for me, trying them this year, and I'm very happy that I have it. It doesn't make my skin, it doesn't give me any sort of like residuey. Some look like I have makeup on, some look like it's like too like fake white. I know I'm very pale, but sometimes I just get this like, I don't know, sort of like cast over my face, that especially in my cheeks, because there's a lot of redness naturally. So this is essential for me. It is just great because I don't feel like I feel like it's very light. I don't feel like I'm sweating it off. So ideal for this pregnancy time, and will definitely be an ideal all summer. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys was from Gauze here. And this is the Gui Sha that I use, and this one is obviously, it's for drainage, for your lymphatic system, and it's just great. And I think especially right now, I'm obviously very puffy. I think the nausea and the vomiting is not great for your face, for looking like, oh, my face feels so thin. Every day I'm like just feeling very puffy in the morning, especially when I feel nauseous. So this is essential. It's wonderful. The most important things about these is try not to use right angles. Try to be very gentle on your skin. I either use them with a mask or with an oil, and they just make such a difference in the way my face feels. I don't always feel like, oh, my face just went super, like, you know, thin in the morning, but it does just feel so much better. Sometimes I put it in the fridge to make it cool, because that also feels good when my body's just super hot and like feeling nauseous. So this is also essential. So these are some of my favorite products that I've just been using throughout the pregnancy so far. I don't know if I'm going to change anything specifically for like the really hot coming months. It's already starting to feel hot here. So I'm a little bit scared, but yes, so those are some of just my favorites and essentials that I've been loving, and hopefully it is helpful for you. I think you should spend some time with all of these wonderful products. Obviously they're great even if you're not pregnant, but for me, with the pregnancy, I'm sort of dealing with, you know, lots more than usual, like sensitivity and dealing with like needing certain things to be more safe. So these are great. Let's see if you can see them all. Let's put it like this. Yeah, so I think you guys will like it. So if you are looking for some other product recommendations, I definitely recommend checking out the K Beauty Collected. They have lots of good information and they will help you sort of put you in the right direction for Korean beauty products and skincare, and they are definitely the knowledge experts. Bye guys!